Welcome to another edition of The Networker. Joining us today on the historical grounds of Texas Southern University is Professor Johnson. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Great. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the question of what has led you to the grounds of Texas Southern University?
I actually got my master's here, and it's been a few years ago now. I think it was 1990. I've had a career as a teacher at Houston Community College, where I taught mass media, journalism, speech, and I was the faculty advisor for the school newspaper. And I actually retired from Houston Community College for about a year. And I met Dr. Ward, who was also one of my graduate teachers, at a funeral of all places. And he just in passing, he sort of looked over his shoulder and said, "I want you to teach a couple of classes for me." And I tried to ignore him, but he called me at home and bugged me, and so here I am. That was, I guess, the fall of 2009. And so it's 4 years later, and here I am.
Well, great. A lot of us have gotten our start at Houston Community College. I am one of them, and I'm also one of the lucky students that's currently enrolled in your course. And I'm just lucky to have this interview and share it with the other students here on campus. So, you say that you were pretty much sought after. Well, people realize when they have something great and they want to offer it to the world. That world is TSU, and we're reaping the benefits of that today. Moving right along, what would you say are the attitudes of today's students towards learning, that is?
I think most students come here really motivated. And, for example, I was the first one in my family ever to go to college. And I really felt the pressure of doing well. And so I managed to get out of school probably in 4 years, maybe with one summer. Other students, there are students like that, and there are others who are sort of confused about what they want to do. They don't declare a major immediately. And then there are other kinds of things. I mean, it's a struggle going to college. We hear about all of the debt that students accumulate while they're in college. Many of them don't have the financial means to go through easily. They've got to work, so they're juggling classes and work, they're juggling classes and family, so many different kinds of things. I think, generally speaking, students realize the importance of education, and they come here with the idea that they want to make something out of themselves.
Which is great.
Yes, that's right.
So what are some things you think that we could implement towards motivating students towards learning?
I think you need to help students, certainly. One of the things Dr. Ward always says is that we need to be nice to students. Students are struggling financially. Students are struggling with family problems and whatever. They're human beings, and certainly that teachers should be not cater to and give them a pass per se, but definitely to be nice to students. Be ethical, be helpful, and then students themselves have to hold themselves to a high standard. If you want to achieve something, you've got to go after it. Okay, it can't just be handed to you on a plate. But certainly we can make this an inviting atmosphere at TSU. We can provide all kinds of opportunities for collegiality. You can join clubs. We can broaden your horizons by participating in fraternities and sororities and just many things that are going on campus. Become active in that sort of thing. Learn what college life is all about.
So it's basically just get your feet wet, take some chances,
yes.
And do what motivates you. Do what you like to do. Be a part of the college campus. That sounds great.
Dream big and go after it.
That sounds great. Now, there are some other issues that have come up on several college campuses around the world. One of those issues is cheating. Do you find a great amount of students getting caught or involved with the culture that is cheating on any level? Because it's not just at the community colleges. It's, at all tiers of college. So Explain.
I have not come across a lot of students who do that. One of the things we tell students is, and we give them a syllabus, that's the contract for the class for the semester. It tells you what the assignments are on a daily basis, tells you what the major projects that are due and that sort of thing. But then we also have a part of the syllabus that says, that deals with academic integrity. You are not supposed to cheat. You're not supposed to act in collusion with another student to cheat. You're not supposed to, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm having a senior moment here.
That's okay.
Plagiarize, yeah. Don't plagiarize. If you're doing a research paper or a journalistic story, give credit where credit is due. And so we try to instill that in students at the very beginning. And they should take that sort of ethical teaching to heart. You learn that before you come to college, but we reinforce that. No cheating, no collusion, no plagiarism, that sort of thing. And it's sometimes kind of hard to see that that's going to make a difference when you have professionals too who break the rules. I'm here teaching one thing, and then you have professionals who are plagiarizing and doing other kinds of stuff.
So not setting a good example, very much so.
Right. The professionals in some instances are not setting a good example, but that's what we do. And I have not run across a lot of students. I ran across one student that was a very bad case when I was at the Houston Community College, and a story was due, and this student turned in a story that was very well written. And it's been my experience that most young people, they write well, but not the level that this article was written. And so I'm thinking, this was about the U of H, and this was a student from the University of Houston taking a class at Houston Community College. And so I went through back issues of the University of Houston's Cougar newspaper.
Smart.
And I went back, I'm thinking 2.5, 3 years. That's how dedicated I was. One Saturday, and I came across the article that she had written. And I was surprised myself that I was able to find it. And so I confronted her. I didn't kick her out of class, but there were all kinds of tears and apologies and whatever. But you usually don't find that sort of thing being done so blatantly. And as far as taking tests in the class, I find that most of the students, they just have to go ahead and do it. I don't find a lot of whispering and this and that. They go ahead and they take the test.
So your experience hasn't been all too bad as being reported. Okay, well, great. There you have it. This is today's show, and thank you so much for joining us. Come see us again.
Thank you for having me.
Good day with the Networker.